Welcome to Through the Arsenal Gates, a program that gives residents a chance to take an informative trip through our city's rich history. I'm your host, Kurt Gross, the Chief Curator for the Dearborn Historical Museum. This month, we will focus on the Living History Hill, which was part of Dearborn's annual Homecoming Festival. Throughout the weekend, guests got a chance to see many historical reenactments, from camp life presentations to gun-firing demonstrations. There was even a child's area that featured old-time games and crafts for the younger visitors. This event has grown over the years to become a favorite stop for the thousands of people who attend homecoming.
We've been doing this in Ford Field for about 8 years. We started out to one tent, and my wife and we set up and eventually brought other people in, and it's grown into this timeline event from that one little camp. Now we've developed into a whole top of the hill here, which we think adds an awful lot to what kids are subject to in school. We can interest these kids in going farther in their studies of history and learning more about it, looking at the objects and seeing how they were used. That kind of creates an interest and start them off in the right direction by presenting factual history at an event like this.
What we are doing is cooking and showing 18th century and 19th century recipes. Yesterday we did stew, we did 2 apple pies, and we did a cobbler of peaches and plums, just to show that they could actually cook and cook very well. We offered tastes of food to each person who wished to try it, and everybody wants to try it. They just can't believe that you've cooked it over the open fire in those cast iron kettles.
This event was run by a group of dedicated volunteers from the Historical Museum, the Community Arts Council, and one other organization who is committed to educating the public about this time in American history.
I'm a member of the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War, and part of our mission and charter is to educate the public about the historical significance of the Civil War and the men who fought in the Civil War and where they're buried and all the different phases of that conflict. We also try to honor all veterans of all wars, but our area of expertise is the Civil War because many of our ancestors we've proven actually fought in that war.
Since this organization was founded in 1998, they have accomplished many things.
We dedicate and rededicate Civil War soldiers' headstones. We also participate in the Graves Registration Program for the state of Michigan nationally, where we're trying to document all the Civil War soldiers' burial places in the state and document them, log them, and prove them, and put them in a database so that people can research their ancestors.
Learning about historical events that shaped our history is important for many reasons.
Anything that we can learn from our past, we can apply it to the future. Why reinvent the wheel? We've got to learn how to do better in the future so we don't have wars like this.
Well, history is kind of like a rudder on a sailing ship. You take the rudder off and the wind just blows it wherever it wants to go. If you've found yourself in the past, in the experiences of your ancestors, it'll give you a direction and an understanding of why you are what you are, why our country is what it is, and where we should be going.
The Sons of the Union Veterans of the Civil War meet the second Tuesday of every month at the McFadden Ross House. If you would like more information about getting involved in this organization, call them at area code 313-278-8948 or call us at the Dearborn Historical Museum at area code 313-565-3000. I'm Kurt Gross, and I'll see you next month for another edition of Through the Arsenal Gates.